hadn't had his glove on and ready. We're still Preston's team stands on their home team side where they packed last week. You know, they were
On the south side.
Star Valley sure packed theirs.
Whoa.
Flying airplane. Nail that down. Close that window there.
Did you take something down?
What's that?
Did you take something down?
Oh, I think I'm all right. I just
There's just a little popcorn all over the place.
Oh, did it?
I'll clean it up. Slide this way.
Hey, high school sports fans, want to get in the game? Make the big calls? Give back to your community? Then sign up today to become a high school official. More officials are urgently needed in every sport in our state. From football to swimming to wrestling and volleyball. Without officials, there are no sports. So make the right call and visit scoreofficials.com to enroll. That's high school
Like a trash can. Oh, yeah.
Check 1 2 test. Testing John 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Test test test. 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Go ahead, John.
Test. 1, 2, 3. Check. Looking forward to the game. Check.
Test 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Check. Testing. Testing. For those people already online, the pregame show will start in about 17 minutes or so. At the bottom of the hour. How we sound, John? You got us? We sound okay? 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Check check check. 1 2 1 2.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at
Okay, this is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show, coming up in 30 seconds from Mark. We'll have a good game today. Preston hopefully will knock off their opponent. 20 seconds to the pregame from Mark. Pregame show open coming up in 10 seconds from Mark. This will be your final time check. Pregame open in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll get you ready for tonight's game as we visit with the coach. Have a look at all the pregame stats and take a look at the keys to tonight's game. The pregame show is brought to you by Preston Dental Care. When better oral health is your goal, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Strive for excellence. Settle for perfection. Well, a very happy Friday, everybody. Welcome here to Madison as tonight the Preston Indians come north to take on the Madison Bobcats. As we welcome you here to the broadcast here this evening, Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter. Ernest Dixon is our stage manager here with us tonight in Rexburg, and John Beverly back in the studio in Preston, as we're certainly glad to have you along. For the Indians, well, they'll try to bounce back after a very lopsided defeat last week against the Burley Bobcats. It was not the worst defeat they've ever had. We'll talk about that coming up as we make our way along. Plus, we'll get you ready for tonight's game between the Indians and the Bobcats. John Slaughter will join me in just a moment as we'll talk about tonight's game and try to set the scene a little bit on the North Star scene set. That's all on the way here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here to Madison High School. Time for the scene set, brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. As John Slaughter joins me here. Boy, what can you say about last week? And if you figure out what to say, how do you bounce back from it?
Well, the thing of it is Preston, I don't think, in my book, Preston's offense did as good a job as they possibly could have. They were against a strong defense, but also against a very strong offense, which really knows how to pour it on. And they did a good job. I give Burley credit for the way they did it. But we have a good outlook tonight, I think, coming up here to Madison. Madison is a team I think we can beat. They are a 5A team. They're a big brother to us. But you know what? I think Coach we'll get them ready for tonight's game, and we'll be ready to go.
One last thing to ask you about last week's game. Is there anything you could take away from it, or you just throw the game film away and burn it and not even look at it?
No. There is definitely some good spots. Our offense is ready to go, but they need to look at that film and see where their defense can strengthen up, just get a little bit stronger. We do have a lot of players playing both ways, and that's also hard. But I noticed so did Burley. So, I'm not using that for an excuse. But I think if we learn a little bit better on our coverages, I think we'll be fine.
A lot of people asked me during the week if that was the worst loss that Preston had ever had. Now, the 82 points may be the highest number of points they've allowed. I couldn't find anything higher than that. But going back to 2009, there's actually 4 games more one-sided than that game last week against Burley. They lost by 38 points. There's a 40-point loss against Skyline back in 2016. In 2018, a game that I actually did was in the playoffs, a 41-0 loss against Bishop Kelly. In 2011, they lost to Pocatello 60-18, a 42-point loss. And the most lopsided loss that I could find dating back to 2009 was a 52-0 shutout at the hands of Century.
Oh, that's right. That was Century. That was their power year that they come on. They did really well that year.
That was back in 2018.
Right.
So even though they gave up 88 points, yes, it was a pretty one-sided game, but it was not the worst loss they'd ever had.
Right.
So certainly something to hang your hat on, maybe, but certainly something to build off of.
Right. I looked at the positive parts of it, because I think Preston is a very strong team. They have the ability to play with just about anyone. Last week was an offensive match. It was offense both ways. Burley just came out, hitting target after target after target. I was so impressed with that quarterback and their receivers that, it was an interesting game. I don't look at it as a lopsided loss personally.
Right. Well, for Preston, the positive coming out of the game was they scored 44 points for the second week in a row.
Right.
So the offense is clicking. In fact, they're averaging about 24.5 points a game offensively, and that includes a shutout in the opening game of the year against Lakeland.
Right. And the other thing is Preston, when you look at tonight's game that way, their offense is actually a little bit higher average than Madison's. Madison is winning, but I think their average is 21 or 23 points a game, I do believe, and we're averaging 27.
Yeah.
So we're really close. We're really close that way.
And the 82 points allowed kind of skews the points allowed per game, but even with that, there's still 7 more teams in the 4A division in the state that allow more points per game than Preston does.
That's true.
So if you take that 82 points allowed last week and get rid of it, throw it out of the average, and we're very much competitive with everybody else in the state.
And that's what I'm saying. We went against, like I said, I've repeated like 3 times now, but we went against a very strong offensive team. And we'll look and see. They went through film, they've gone through practice, they know where they need to improve. And I think with a little bit of improvement over the week practice, I think we have a standing chance today.
Okay, now let's talk about this game tonight against Madison. The starting quarterback for the Indians, of course, Owen Judd, was kicked out of the game last week. But the good news was there will not be any further penalty. He will not have to sit out the first half of tonight's game.
Right, and that's what I was afraid of when we talked about the penalty last week, was that he'd have to probably sit out another half a game. But the thing of it is if he can come in and we can get Winder to do his job in the backfield, and get some running room, and our offensive line has the ability to make those holes, I think we'll be okay.
So it's the Indians and the Madison Bobcats coming up. We're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have a chance to chat with Craig Cunningham, the head coach. Plus, we'll also spend a few minutes with Carson Winder. That's all on the way here on the pregame show, coming up right after this. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. The Preston Lady Indian volleyball team are ready for the matches that really count as they open conference play. Tuesday night, the Pocatello Thunder roll into Preston Gym to open conference play for both teams. We'll have the coverage for you right here, starting with the pregame show at 6:40 on Tuesday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston Sports. Preston Sports are brought to you in part by Stokes Marketplace, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, S&T Electric, and Procon Homes.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Time to visit the Coach's Corner as we talk to Craig Cunningham here for a couple of minutes. And the Coach's Corner, as always, brought to you by Evergreen Financial. All right, the game's been over for a few days. You've had a chance to step away and look back at what happened against Burley. Anything positive you can take away from that game?
Talk about your yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
I mean, tons of negative. Obviously, defensively, we were just porous, Swiss cheese defense, right? Full of holes. We knew they could score coming in, so we knew our only hope of hanging with them was to limit their possessions. We didn't do a good job of that because we gave them 3 turnovers. They capitalized 22 points, I think, off of those. And that's just how they built that lead and it got out of hand that way. So, but the positive is they really didn't stop us. We stopped ourselves in penalties and turnovers. And when we were not doing that, we scored. So that was the positive.
I mean, you tied your highest point output of the year, 44 points. You had your highest passing output of the year, although albeit it wasn't with your starting quarterback. But offensively, I thought this team still played pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, and they hung in there. And what I really liked that they kept fighting. Even at halftime, we talked about it. There's no deficit too large to overcome against this team. because they will give us opportunities to score. We just needed to create a couple turnovers defensively, and we just never got them to allow us to close that gap a little bit when we needed to.
Was that the most physical team you think we've played so far this year?
Fastest team. I don't think most physical.
Okay.
But fast for sure. Their O-line was very good though. We could not get to the quarterback no matter what stun splits we tried. They held up really well.
I saw Owen Judd just before we started this interview. He thought that Stark Valley was more physical than they were as a whole.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Interesting. Referees, we really had a tough job. I mean, it's what Burley was doing defensively after the play and with their physicality, maybe stepping over the line just a little bit. So the referees had their hands full.
They did. The kids have to keep their composure. We talk about that before every game, and we remind them throughout practice every week. And we knew maybe to expect a little bit of that anyway. And sometimes a kid is protecting another teammate, he comes to his rescue, and you applaud the reason he did it, but we just have to hold back and keep our composure regardless of what you're seeing.
With Owen Judd's ejection from the game, any repercussions to that coming up tonight against Madison?
No, the refs said that they wanted to make sure we dealt with it as a team and addressed it, which we did, and use it as a teaching lesson, and they would not give him a yellow card, which would prevent him from playing against Madison.
Very good. Let's move on now. Let's talk a little bit about Madison, a team who knocked off Thunder Ridge last week, and they're coming in with a pretty good record.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have our hands full again. They're a good defense, I can tell you that, and their quarterback is mobile, and he makes good decisions. So he's a dual threat, and they have good athletes all over.
It's rare to see a 4A team take on a 5A team, especially for Preston. It's very rare to see them actually schedule a 5A team. But you are this week, and it's you wonder about, okay, all of a sudden now we're looking at a different size, more players on the other side, possibly bigger players as well.
Yeah, I mean, I just inherited the schedule, so I can't say anything about that. That was Eric Thorson's schedule, and we're just going to have to deal with it.
Well, we'll keep moving forward, and hopefully against Madison tonight we'll come up with a good effort, get back offensively, and carry on where we have been, and see if we can put up another 44-plus points tonight.
Yeah, I guarantee our kids will give everything they've got.
Thanks for your time, as always.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Greg Cunningham here with us on the Coach's Corner. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll talk to Carson Winder. We come back right after this on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Time to spend a few minutes with Indians tailback, quarterback, wherever you might need him to play. Carson Winder, our guest here on the pregame show. Tell me about your season, the way it's gone so far. You've kind of bounced around a little bit and played some positions you didn't expect to play.
Yeah, during the first couple of games, I was running quarterback, and I felt like we were doing okay. Never really found the end zone in the first game, obviously. Second game against South Siberian, I found the end zone. Then John ended up coming back in. That's when I made the switch to tailback, and just been there ever since.
Okay. Your natural position, or position more you more like to play, is tailback rather than quarterback. Right?
Yes, sir.
But in this last game here against Burley, when they threw you in back at quarterback, you ended up having a very good day. You threw for over 230 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love playing quarterback, and whenever I get the opportunity, I'm going to step up, and I'm going to do the best I can, And the opportunity came, and I made the most of it. So,
tell me a little bit about the game against Burley. It seemed like a very physical game. When maybe I thought maybe Burley was one of the most physical teams you played. You had a couple of guys that I talked to seemed to think differently so far.
Oh yeah, they were definitely very physical. It's also a really tough line battle. They love getting in your head, love trying to make you mad. But I thought Lakeland was a super physical game too. Tough defense.
They like talking in between plays and stuff, trying to get in your head.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think that's kind of what sparked the incident with Owen. But
yeah. So you talk about incidents. I mean, you were kind of involved in a pretty good incident too. The kid got called for that targeting. Did he give you a pretty good rock?
Oh yeah, I definitely felt it. The next play it was a little out of it for a sec. Just needed a minute to recoup. But yeah, it was definitely a good hit. But I'm not going to retaliate. I got some free yards because of it. And it was a benefit to our team, so I'm not going to take that away.
Preston, our guest here on the pregame show, let's talk about Madison coming up for tonight. The Bobcats seem like they're going to be another very good and physical team.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been doing some research, and they're tough as any other team we've played so far. So we're definitely going to have our hands full.
The saying around football locker rooms is a team that gets inspiration from their coaching staff is a good team. I think it gets inspiration from its team leaders. It's a great team. You're one of the team captains this year. What do you have to do to kind of step up and make sure this team plays better this week?
Just getting it all, going 100% in practice. Those kids, they look up to me, and they're going to do, at the end of the day, what us captains do. So if we're working hard, we're showing up to class, watching film, they're gonna do the same.
So you try to lead more by example than going up and saying something to them, trying to say something inspirational.
Yeah. I like letting them learn about what I do. Hopefully they see it and they take inspiration from it.
Very good. Best of luck coming up tonight against Madison. Appreciate a few minutes of your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Carson Winder, our guest here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. And when we do, it would be time for John Slaughter to rejoin us. We'll have his keys to the game coming up here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KCH and on mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West,
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And welcome once again to Madison High School here in Rexburg as we're just about ready to play football as the Preston Indians take on the Madison Bobcats. You see the captains for both teams coming out onto the field to talk to the officials. We'll get the coin toss here in just a moment, and we'll get this game underway here in just a matter of minutes. For the Indians, 1-4 on the year after that tough loss last week, and the Bobcats from Madison are 3-2 as they have alternated between wins and losses all year. But coming off a win a week ago against Thunder Ridge, a game, John, in which they scored 41 points.
Yeah, and they were ready to go last week. Thunder Ridge, I'm not sure how strong they are this year, but Madison is a very strong team. As Coach Cunningham said, they're a very good defensive team, and they do have offense. Their quarterback is very mobile and can really go and make some plays.
I believe the Indians will receive, I think, if I saw it in the corner of my eye correctly, as the Bobcats deferred. Gives us a chance to look at the keys to tonight's game, John, brought to you by Naylor Insurance. First of all, don't look back. Keep looking forward. Don't look back at last week's game.
Exactly. Even though there were some good things from last week, this week it's just like getting up in the morning. You've got to be able to go forward, get your game plan ready to go, put it in your mind, and know what you're going to do that day. You've got to these players have the mental capacity of being able to figure what they need to do and execute their game plan.
Preston's always been a very heavy passing offense rather than running offense. They need to try to create a little bit more balance.
Yes and no. Their offense, if they're clicking offensively, and if we get Lords and Larson out in the open area, and we get them open and get the passes to them, and if Judd can hit them, we'll be fine that way. As far as defense goes, we've got to be able to stop Madison on their offensive plays.
As we're ready for the kickoff, we'll come back. We'll talk about the last one here in just a second, John. As ready to kick off, as back to kickoff for the Indians. It's ball's going to come down. Actually, it's going to go over the head of and out of bounds as Mason Bland could not get to it. Finally, let's talk about the last point. Much like what Burley did last week, you need to create opportunities.
That's right. And again, as Coach Cunningham says, we've got to create opportunities and create mistakes on their side and be able to turn the turnovers to our favor.
All right, Preston offense coming out on the field, led, of course, by Owen Judd, Carson Winder, Lords, Inglet, Larson, the wideouts, and Titan Knapp is the tight end here as we get ready to go. Judd, the starting quarterback, no further suspension. They'll start with 4 wides and a single setback. And they will throw underneath, and it's complete for a gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, Judd was right on target, was able to hit Devin Inglet right about 6-yard gain for about a 6-yard gain. So great play by Judd to start out with.
So a 6-yard pass play to Inglet brings up second down and about 4 here. You're in just underway. They'll give it to Winder. He's going to try the left side. He'll get up to about the 27. That'd be a gain of about 2, but it's going to leave him a couple of yards short.
Yeah, just short, but the offensive line was able to push Madison back as they really forced that run, brought that run up, but Madison did close in quickly.
Call it 3rd and 1 here in the Indians' opening possession. They go 3 trips right, single receiver left, hard count. They'll give it again to Winder, trying to get around the corner. Good stiff arm. He gets the first down and gets up to about the 32. Give him 3 yards and reset the downs for the Indians.
Yeah, Titan Knapp made a good block for him to be able to turn up and gain an extra couple yards. Titan really did a good job taking care of his corner there. So great job and great effort by Winder.
They'll flip it around and go trips left this time. Single receiver right. And again, Winder the lone setback. Owen wants to roll left, throws underneath, complete as he gets it to Lords, breaks 1 tackle, spins away and gets up to the 47.
Yeah, great move by Lords as he got it about 8 yards down the field, turned the opposite direction that his defender was looking at and was able to gain another 4 yards.
Call it a gain of 15, back-to-back first downs for the Indians, just short of the midfield stripe. 1st and 10 at their own 49. Give it inside again. Winder gets back to the line of scrimmage, struggles, maybe gets a yard.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a blocking scheme out there in front of him that time. He did it pretty much on his own as he went to the left, and they collapsed on him really quick, about a yard gain.
Wow, they gave him a good spot. They spent 2nd down and 7, so gave him 3 on the carry. Long count. Looking right, throws underneath. He goes to Inglet. Devin breaks a tackle, gets to the 45, and he's hit and brought down there. Is coming over late to help make the tackle was Tayson Clark.
And another good throw by Judd as he was able to hit England right in the numbers and give him a good catch for about 8 yards.
3rd down and 3 coming up. See what the Indians want to try here, as they're going to go 2 tight ends here. And Judd will keep it. Wants to roll left, throw left. Gets it to Inglet. He's got it. He's got the first down and more as he gets up to the 31-yard line.
Great action play by Judd and Winder as that put Inglet out in the flat all by himself. They thought the handoff went up the middle. So good play by Judd and Winder for that part.
Indians moving the ball well. Now remember, for Preston, because of the struggles they had offensively early on, their offensive numbers are kind of skewed. They average offensively less than 200 yards a game, but they are much better than that. As we mentioned, they've scored 44 points in each of the last 2 games. Dump it off to Winder. Straight ahead, gets up to the 26.
Going to get a gain of about 4 yards on that catch and run as he went up, but good play. Judd again on target, making the pass count.
2nd and 6. Preston.
So 2nd down and 6 here for the Indians as they move into Madison territory. Give it to Winder. Winder gets across the 25, still on his feet up to about the 23, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 yards here for Preston.
Yeah, I thought they kind of pushed him back. They didn't give him forward momentum. I thought he had at least another yard or 2 on that carry.
Yeah, you're right. So 3rd down and 3 here as the first quarter of tonight's game here from Madison tonight is brought to you by North Star, Northern Title. Throw underneath, back to Inglet. He's got it up the sideline, gets out of bounds at the 11, and another first down for the Indians.
you know, their third down plays so far, 3 in a row right now, was giving them a first down, and so great choice, great play call by the coaches.
That's 4 catches on this opening possession for Devin Inglet for 37 yards. First and 10, Preston at about the 9. Rolling left is Judd. Looking, penalty flag behind the play. Judd gets up to about the 4, but this is liable to come back.
Yeah, I think they're holding call against the Indians.
And it is. Preliminary indication from our official.
You know, and he had England open, wide open in the end zone too, you know, but he decided to keep it and tuck it and run. So I think he was ahead of the line of scrimmage, so he decided to tuck it and run.
So they'll push it back to the 19. It's first and goal again from the 19-yard line. Inglet, or I should say Judd, looking, throws for the corner. There's Lords. He's got it inside the 5, and he's out of bounds. They'll mark it at the probably right at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 14 on the play.
Yeah, nice catch by Lords. He was in the air and almost landed out of bounds, but he was able to get that foot down and get the catch. .05 remaining here in the first quarter. Yeah, so it'll be second down and goal. Now they call it third and goal. Trying to get a number. It's hard to read Madison's numbers from this distance here, but because they're in gold and red, and it's really flat. I can't tell the color, but I wanted to comment on that block and tackle. I formation, rolling right is Judd, still rolling, just flips it over the head of Inglet and incomplete as he takes a pretty good pop. Is coming up to make the stop was Tayson Clark, again to force the throw, but the throw goes over the head of Inglet and out of bounds. Well, that was incomplete, I should say. Yeah, that was a tough throw for Judd anyway, because he's rolling to his right. He's left-handed. He had to almost turn all the way around to get that ball up and over the head of the defender to get it to Inglet, and kind of overthrew him. So fourth down and goal. The ball's on the 5-yard line. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Trips right here for Preston. Single receiver left. Comes to Judd, looking, across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And Preston will turn the ball over as they tried to get it down low to Caden Larson, and it was knocked away in the goal line. So Preston drives the ball all the way down to the 5, but then turns it over on downs. Yeah, that was a tough catch for Larson anyway. It was in front of him a little bit, was able to get a hand on it, but the defender was able to come up over the shoulder and knocked it away from him, so he couldn't haul it in. So here comes the Bobcat offense, led by their quarterback, Ben Dirge, the senior, who is 38 of 79 so far this year for only 399 yards. This is a team that primarily runs, but they don't have really that big of an offense. Dirge is going to run it right straight up the middle. Gets up to about the 9, called a gain of 4. Yeah, that was kind of a delayed handoff, and then decided to keep it himself, pulled it away from him and ran it for about 5 yards. Aiden Reynolds was there to lead in on the stop. Also running over that side of it was Xavier Mendoza. Second down. Handoff inside. Big hole. There he goes as he's going to go take it all the way as running the length of the field. And this is going to go 91 yards for the touchdown. Is that the quarterback? No, he handed it off. I'm trying to see who they gave it to. I think that's a 52. It's really hard to read. 50. I can't see, still can't see it. I believe that's 26 coming off the field. That would be Austin Cartel. 91 yards for the touchdown. They're tapping 21 on the head, so I don't know. Maybe I could have been 26, 21. I couldn't tell the number. Those numbers are very hard to read.
So just like that, Preston down 6-0 after almost scoring, and then they flip it around. And that'll be an offside penalty here against the defense. So they'll move it half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for them to run it in.
Not the way you wanted to see your defense start the game after what happened last week.
Right. We cannot spot them. 21, 22 points before we decide to go to work.
Try the extra point again. Snap. Spot is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So just a couple of minutes into the first quarter here this evening, the Madison Bobcats strike first as they go up 7-0. Preston will get the ball back when we come back right after this.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
That is the very definition of a 14-point swing. Preston got the ball down to the 5-yard line, couldn't get it in on 4th and goal, and then 2 plays later, the 91-yard run by Austin Cautel, and it's 7-0 Madison.
Okay, we'll see what the Indians can do this time with the ball.
As we'll kick it off again. As the kickoff is going to come down right at the goal line, taken there by the Indians. As they run it out, 20, 25, up to the 30, still on his feet. As that's Carson Winder gets across the 30 up to about the 32. Nice return.
Yeah, nice return by Carson. Is able to go right up the middle, had some good blocking. Took Madison a little bit of time to get over as they had the left side of the field heavy, and Carson picked the right side to run on.
Well, let's see what the Indians can do now. They moved the ball very well until they got down to the 10-yard line, as that holding penalty really set them back and knocked them off stride. 2 wides to each side here as the Preston offense lines up on the line of scrimmage. Single setback is Winder. Judd looking left, throws underneath. It's complete there. As the pass complete to Cade Lords, that'll be good for about 5 yards.
Yeah, nice catch by Lords, but like I said, Madison's defense is tight. They're right up on him, able to stop him as soon as he caught the ball.
2nd down and 5. 5:15 left here in the first quarter, and a very fast-moving first quarter. Again, twins to each side, single setback. Judd out of the shotgun, looking left, now wants to pull it down, tries to run. Someone's got a hold of his leg, and he can't get away. As down there at the bottom of the pile was big 74, Kevin Riley, the senior, got a hold of him by the Buster Brown and wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, he was actually caught by 1 foot and also by his shirt. There was another player grabbing onto his shirt and pulling him backwards.
So no gain for Judd. 3rd down and 5. Again, they go twins to each side. Fake it inside, swing it out here to the near side as it comes to Inglet, trying to race to the corner, but he's not able to outrun the cornerback there, as it was Harton Sorensen who would drag him down.
Yeah, their defensive backs are very quick. They converge on the play. They watch the ball, they see where it's at, and they got so Devon didn't have much of a chance to really get out and around.
4th down, really no gain on the play. 4th and 5 at the Preston 38. They're going to keep the offense on the field, and they get a jump. So let's see how close this will get them to the 1st down.
They're going to give them the 1st down.
As they jumped, and it'll give them the 1st down. So as the defense jumps offside, That'll move the ball for the Indians. First down, moves the chains. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Judd throws underneath. Oh, almost picked off, and then it goes in and out of the hands of England. As cutting up in front of it to try to take the ball away was Harry Brewer, and almost picked it off.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to pick it off, but Devon did not even see it coming. He didn't even look at the ball. He didn't see the ball until it was at his fingertips. So kind of a hard way to catch. So we'll see what happens with Judd's arm on this play.
Again, Judd up the middle, and again, can't get much of anywhere, as again, the pocket collapses on him. And 3 or 4 red-clad Bobcats up there, they take a shot at him and bring him down. 3rd down and 10.
Our offensive line needs to stand the Madison defensive line up a little bit. They're getting to Judd way too quick.
Winder moves over to stand on the left shoulder of Judd. As they're going to swing it out to Winder. Being pursued, trying to get around the corner. He's going to get a couple of yards, but he finally drug down from behind, as it was Tayson Castile, how they pronounce it, able to drag him down. So it's 4th down and about 8.
They're going to keep the offense on the field. No kicking. No.
So they'll keep the offense out there again. They're going to avoid the punt game as much as they can. Twins to each side. As Judd looks over, they're going to change the play as they're going to move people around. Now almost like
they're going to kick it.
Winder dropped back like they're going to kick it anyway. As there's the snap to Winder, and they do. They kick it away. And it's going to come down at about the 25-yard line. They'll bring it here to the side. Coming around the corner here on the near side as trying to pick up a number. It's
Lords. On the
Jake Rhodes, number 10, number 2 rather, the coach's son, who gets it back to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Bobcats.
And a saving tackle by Cade Lords there, because if he had gotten through past Lords, he could have gone a little further, quite a bit ways.
Northern Title brings you the first quarter of tonight's game, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Remember, it's good deeds done daily. Call today to find out. 208-852-5700 for Northern Title. 1st and 10 Bobcats already leading 7-0. Inside handoff as it goes back again to Cottrell, who gets stacked up. He's going to still get about 5 yards as he gets up to the 41-yard line.
That was a good play by the defensive line. They rushed him, saw him coming in over the shoulder of his left tackle or right tackle, and was able to make the stop.
1:25 to play in this fast-moving first quarter. After last week, I think they owe us. 4-hour game last week. Who are you trying to kid?
Make this in an hour and a half? I don't think so.
2nd down and 5. Handoff again to the keeper this time. As running with it is the quarterback, Dirge. He's going down the sidelines, and he's gone as well. Touchdown.
Yeah, Dredge did a great job on the fake there, able to get a block up the field and opened him up for a 60-yard run.
59 to be exact. Either way, it's 13-0. So the Indians still being bit by the big play.
And last week it was passing, this week's run. The run plays and their blocking schemes have been great.
Bryson Stoddard on to try the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. So with about a minute to play, here in 53 seconds to be exact, left here in the first quarter, Preston trails 14-0. They'll get the ball back for the kickoff coming up right after this. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment all at just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH.
Well, we get ready to start quarter number 2 as the Bobcats turn big plays in, a 91-yard run and a 59-yard run for touchdowns. And they have a 14-0 lead as the two teams switch ends as we go to quarter number 2 here. As out of the shotgun, Winder wants to throw long, lobs it up for Lords. It's too deep and incomplete.
I thought there should have been a flag. That defender had a hold of Cade Lord's arm as he was going down the field. So I was surprised there wasn't a flag on that one.
Judd, who has thrown incompletions in 2 of his last 4 passes after hitting 7 in a row on that first possession that Preston had to open the game. 4th down and 11. As they'll run Critchell back on the field. He's back deep as Preston in punt formation. They're short a couple of guys as they have to run back onto the field late. As Winder will hit this from about his own 23-24-yard line. High, end-over-end kick, hits at the 30, big bounce, takes another big bounce, still rolling inside the 10, and it'll roll all the way down and die at about the 7-yard line.
Great punt by Winder.
this artificial turf surface here at Madison. Boy, certainly let that ball bounce and then roll.
It's springy. I was invited out on the field by the principal of Madison. He told me, he says, go out and walk on that field and just see what it feels like. And it is springy. It's softer than my mattress.
Now, didn't you tell me that this is, by whoever poll, but this is the #1 ranked facility in Idaho?
That's what they were telling me when I was talking to the principal there, that they ranked this the #1 field in Idaho.
They want to throw underneath. It's complete as the pass goes to Chase Crane, and Crane gets out over the 20 as they'll mark him down at about the 24-yard line for the first down.
And Carson Bracken was able to bring him down by the shoulder pads, and but I think he tripped over one of his own players.
So the 20-yard gain. Like we said, good for the first down, as Madison will send 3 receivers left. Single receiver right, 1 setback in the backfield. But Dredge wants to throw. Looking, now trying to get away. They got him, and he has to just throw it into an open area.
Yeah, it's he did have receivers in the area or close enough, so it wasn't intentional, but an intentional throw. But, yeah, that was a throwaway pass.
Reynolds was there. Mendoza there as well for the Indians.
We put out a full blitz on that one. We had all but the 2 safeties in the backfield, I think, was the only ones that were behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston and in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. They'll put 1 man in the slot, 2 receivers out left, single receiver right. Cottrell in motion. They'll swing it out to him going left, and it's a little bit too tall, and he can't go up and get it.
Yeah, incomplete. The pass was a swing pass out there to the left, and yeah, that receiver was unable to pull it in.
So the pass, as John said, just a little bit too tall. And it brings up 3rd down and 10. Of course, saying that Preston didn't start well in the first quarter is not exactly news. They have not started well in any first quarter yet this year, as Dredge wants to run to the 30. 35 still on his feet, 40 down the sidelines, midfield, 40, 35, 30. Up to the 25, he cuts it back into the middle, still on his feet. And finally, Inglet knocks him down at the 19-yard line.
But it's going to come back. There was a holding right around the 45-yard line by Madison. So that's why I say let him run to the end zone, because it's coming back.
So the holding penalty will bring back what was a very long run.
It'll still result in the first down, I do believe, for him, because it'll be 10 yards from where the holding took place. That'll put them back to the 35-yard line, and that'll still give them the first down.
They set the ball, and it will indeed. You're absolutely right, John, on your description. They set the ball down to 35, which is about a 1.5 feet, just far enough for the first down. So a 10-yard scramble for Dredge.
Ben Dredge is really a quick quarterback that we have to be able to get him, especially if he gets into that secondary.
They empty the backfield, put 5 in the pattern. Now Dredge right straight up the middle. As tell me where you've seen this before, as Winder comes over and gets him by the ankles and knocks him down after a gain of 11.
You know, and amazing how quick he's getting through that hole right over the center into the backfield. And he hits that second gear into the backfield, he's gone.
We saw that how many times last week against Burley? They spread the field, put 5 guys out into the pattern, get the linebackers out of the middle of the field, and then run right over center.
Yep.
1st and 10 again from the 45, just over the 45 at the 46. Cottrell straight ahead, dives forward to the midfield stripe as he'll get 4 more.
Good tackle by Winder, able to get him just as he passed for a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
With the 14 points allowed by the Indians in the first quarter tonight, they would now have allowed 88 points in the first quarters combined so far this year.
Wow.
You know how many points they've scored in the first quarter? 8.
8? Yeah, that's pretty lopsided there.
Second down and call it 4. Man in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep, and again, right up the middle, Dredge gets up to the 45. Probably going to be maybe just short of the first down. They're going to depend on the spot.
Give it to him.
Yep, they are going to give it to him. So it'll be a gain of 6 this time for Dredge, and it'll move the chains.
That was a generous mark, though. The official, the linesman, didn't even look at where the marker was, just pointed his foot right at the 46-yard line. 40.
You know, here's the interesting part.
44.
The interesting part, John, is that Madison averages less than 100 yards rushing per game. Timeout called by the Indians. 8:15 to go here in quarter number 2. They trail by a score of 14-0. Timeout in the field. We'll take one as well and be right back.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
8:15 to play here in the first half. Preston trailing 14-0. Bye week next week, and 2 weeks from tonight, the Indians will be at Century to take on the Diamondbacks in open district play. Again, they empty the backfield, 5 wides. Want to throw over the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's Cottrell who's brought down at the 10.
Yeah, pretty throw by Dredge, as he was able to put that money right where only his receiver could get it.
Carson Brackley with a touchdown saving tackle. They'll mark him down at the 11. So it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll go again, twin receivers to each side. Cottrell in motion. They sprint him out here, this side, and then Dredge is going to keep it, pull it down, and he wants to go left, trying to get around to the corner, and he does for the touchdown.
Yeah, interesting call, for him to pull that in and run, even though he's run, 6 times in this drive.
12-yard scamper to make it 20-0. And again, Bryson Stoddard out to try the extra point. He's 2 for 2 so far here tonight. Spot kick is up, and it is good. And with 7:32 to play here in the first half, it is now Madison 21, Preston nothing. We'll be right back. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. Now Preston lining up to receive the kickoff again. They trail now 21-0 as the Bobcats doing doing it the way that they're not normally known, doing it on the ground. 3 rushing touchdowns here in the first half.
On big plays, too.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
coming big plays.
Kickoff high, short, as it's going to bounce at about the 13. Now they're going to have to get on it, and they don't. As coming up to cover that ball was a bounce back toward the Bobcats was Ethan Jackson, 24.
I think Winder had just a little bit of a lapse there because he was thinking it was a punt, and he did decide it when it went forward, he decided not to go get it. And so, yeah, they covered it.
It becomes like a pitching wedge onside kick.
Yeah.
As it hit, stuck, bounced back toward midfield, and the Bobcats hustling up the field, cover it, and they have it again at the Preston 19.
Yep, a good backspin on the football there.
And a time called. Hold on a minute. Oh, we have a player with a knee pad. He is adjusting. Now we're ready to go. So they've sent trips right this time. Dredge wants to look left, throwing for the corner on the first down play, and it's caught for the touchdown. Wow.
Touchdown. If that hadn't been a touchdown, there would have been a PI call, I think.
Tell me if you've seen this movie before.
Last week.
So the touchdown, 19 yards, makes it 27-0. And once again, here's Stoddard on to try the extra point. Spot, kick, up, and good once again. 7:23 to play. That took them less than 30 seconds to score after their previous touchdown. So back-to-back touchdowns, and it's now 28-0. The Bobcats have the lead. We'll take another timeout and be right back.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry. Driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity, Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. 28-0, halfway through quarter number 2.
That's amazing. I did not expect that. And again, it's the mistakes, it's the turnovers, it's hurting us.
Ball comes down to Winder at about the 8. Wants to go around the right side, being strung out and then knocked down from behind as he gets to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's tough choices out there, you know, to know which way your blockers are going to get behind one and give him some space to run. But, yeah, he just couldn't turn the corner.
So 1st and 10 for the Indians. And boy, they got to stop the bleeding here somehow.
Yeah, well, that's to say, you clean up your mistakes.
Oh, 1st and 10. They put 4 receivers out wide. Trips right this time. Single setback. Judd wants to throw. Throws out here as he goes for Lords. And Lords not able to hang on to it. Tried to reach out and bring it in one-handed and was not able to.
Yeah, that's a tough catch, you know. He had his head turned backwards toward the ball, and the ball just came up a little bit high for him. Got one hand on it, but wasn't able to haul it in.
9 of 12 is Judd here in the first half for 76 yards. Handoff inside. Across the 20 up to about the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4 on the play, as getting off the bottom of the pile is Carson Winder.
That was actually a pretty good run by Winder. Had a good block up front. Mendoza, he came right over between the center and Mendoza and was able to get up the field about 6 yards. 5, 6.
Call it 5. Third down and 5, and then they jump off sides again. So the defensive lineman over on that side, the defensive end, plus the linebacker both jumped. And it's going to give the Indians a first down as it moves the ball up to the 31.
What a beautiful night it is. A little bit breezy, but beautiful night out here, Dan.
First and 10. Judd in a crowd gets loose and lobs it down the sideline, but it's a little bit too far out in front of us. He tried to get it out to Larson.
Larson slowed down, looked back to see if the ball was coming, was thinking maybe he was going to run. Judd was going to run, then he stopped and threw it and overthrew Larson.
Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. And Preston just seems stymied, just like have a big question mark hanging over their head. They're not sure what to do offensively right now. As Judd wants to try to keep it, gets up to about the 32-yard line where he's finally knocked out of bounds by 3 or 4 different red jerseys. It's a short gain. In fact, they're going to give him just 1. That's how short it was, and it brings up third down and 9.
Well, Madison's defense is playing up to its reputation.
Yes, they are.
Playing very well.
Trips left for the Indians. Judd wants to roll left, still rolling, throws underneath. It's complete to Judd to the 45, up to the 46. He'll have enough for the first down, as that'll be a gain of about 15 yards on the completion.
I believe that was Cade Lords that caught that pass.
It was?
Yeah.
That's his 4th catch here in the first half for 49 yards for Cade. Handoff. Winder stacked up just short of the midfield stripe. He'll get a couple of yards on it. They'll spot it at the Preston 49.
Yeah, their run up the middle just is not working for him tonight. The Indians have not been able to get through that offensive line per se much tonight at all.
So second down and 8 right at the midfield stripe. Again, he wants to look right where he had 3 receivers lined up, and he goes deep, but it's underthrown. As again, he was trying to get the ball outside.
Yeah, Judd saw his backside on the ground before the ball even hit the ground because they were right on top of him. Hard throw. Very hard throw.
As Inglet, no, it was not Inglet. It was 28, the intended receiver on that one, Trace Stone. So third down and 8. They go trips left this time. Clock stops with 4:11 to play here in the first half, and right at the snap, we got penalty flags down, false start against the Indians. And that'll push it back again. It'll stay third down. It'll be third down and 13. So third and 13 for a sputtering offense for the Indians. Judd looking. Now he's got a roll, being chased by 4 different Bobcats. Gets up to the 45, dives forward to the 47. Still well short of the first down. In fact, he gets back to just about the original line of scrimmage.
That one had to hurt the defender right there. The tackler hit him right on the legs. So that was a dangerous tackle right there. Legal tackle, but dangerous.
4th and 11, so give Judd just 2 yards on the play. And once again, they're going to go for it offensively at 4th and 11. Throw it up along the near sidelines and underneath. They try to get it to Judd. But a lot of hand fighting, a lot of contact, but no flag. And the Indians will turn it over on downs for the second time. They're letting the defensive players get away with a lot of holding and pushing and shoving.
Yeah, again, he kind of grabbed him, and then looked back, which I thought the grab was before he looked back, but and the ball was in the air, so I would have thrown the flag probably.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, 3:48 to play, already leading 48-0. Quarterback draw. Here comes Dirge again with a big hole right across the middle, across the 30 up to about the 28-yard line.
There is just nothing but green field in front of him when he cuts up the middle. He fakes that little pass to the side and then able to run up the middle.
But it's going to come back, a holding penalty back behind the play.
Well, there's a break for the Indians.
3 flags against the Bobcats for 25 yards. So that'll push the ball back to the Madison 45-yard line. And to be first down.
You know, the Madison coaches must have saw how open we are in the middle of the field, because they're just running over us like there's nothing there.
First down and 19. Yeah, they spread everybody out, and the linebackers follow the people in motion as it comes to Cottrell. Cottrell gets back to midfield, stacked up there, and finally dropped. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, but still going to bring up 2nd down and 14. Bracken Ward with the stop for the Indians. Clock runs under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, it's the Level 10 Life halftime show, as we'll go back and recap what has happened in this first half so far, as it's been all Madison. Swing it out left underneath. It's complete there as the pass goes complete to Chase Crane. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. Short gain, give him about 3 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
And Judd was able to come up and make that play from the backfield, get a hold of him and toss him down before he got momentum running further downfield.
Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. That's 435-232-1837. Trips right on the 4th and 11 play. George rolling, still rolling. He's got all kinds of room. He's got the whole field to run. The 20, 15, down to the 10, falls forward to the 9.
Cade Larson on the saving tackle, but not till he got down to the 10-yard line. But just another, it's just inevitable. That's they're running that same 2 plays to gain all those yards.
35-yard run. They're able to move the Preston linebackers wherever they want, and then run back to where the spot they vacated, and have nothing but green grass in front of them.
Right, they put twins out to one side, and then the running goes in motion. That brings the defensive backs up.
Run straight ahead, as that's Porter Curtis, as he gets down inside the 5. They'll mark it right at the 5. That'll be 1st and goal. Check that, 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Again, they'll put 4 receivers into the pattern. Inside handoff, Cottrell right straight ahead, runs in and bends in, runs it in, 5 yards from 5 yards out. That makes it 34-0. Cottrell with his second touchdown of the game. And once again, here's Stoddard on to try the extra point.
He's been 3 for 3 tonight.
Spot kick is up, and it is good once again.
I meant 4 for 4. Now he's 5 for 5.
28 seconds to play here in the first half, and it's 35-0. The Bobcats have the lead. We'll keep it here as halftime coming up in just a moment.
It is homecoming, so we'll have an extended halftime.
Yes, we will. Preston needs to get back into the locker room and figure out what they're doing.
Yeah, they've got to correct the middle of the field. I mean, there's been a couple of runs on the outside, but the middle of the field, they're just running up the field like it's a practice run.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where the biggest problems are right now, if it's on the offensive side of the ball or the defense, because neither one is having a very good night.
True.
So they'll kick it off again from their own 40. As once again, Winder and I believe that's Inglet back deep. This could be short again as they're going to let it bounce and it goes out of bounds as Jackson Merrill not able to quite get to it and it bounced out of bounds.
Yeah, so the Indians will get it on the 35-yard line, which will be a benefit to the Indians to get a good position on the field to start their quarter, but we only have 28 seconds to try and score, and then we still have to give the ball away.
Yeah, and like you just mentioned, Madison's going to get the second half kickoff. Remember to stay tuned for the post game for the halftime show. Boy, am I looking wishful thinking, looking ahead of the post game show already. Franklin County Medical Center helps bring you tonight's game, FCMC, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. So here comes the offense back out on the field. 1st and 10 from their own 35 after the kickoff goes out of bounds. Preston moved that opening drive from about their own 30-yard line down to the Madison 5, and after that they haven't done a whole lot. In fact, they're missing people as one of the offensive linemen is late coming back out onto the field. Now they need to burn a timeout.
Yeah, Judd's looking a little tired out there, too. He's really struggling. I wonder if we'll see a difference in quarterbacks coming back the second half.
I'm not sure, but this time, since they do take another timeout, we'll take one as well and be right back.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty health care right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Look at the Rexburg Temple off in the distance as we are just not too far away from the campus of BYU Idaho as the throw underneath comes to Lords. That'll be good for about 5 yards as they bring Lords down at the 40-yard line. And timeout called by the Indians.
Timeout, Preston.
So Preston takes a timeout with 15 seconds left here in the first half.
And that's their final timeout.
So as they go over and talk to the coaching staff, we can remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. They have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Stop by and see for yourself at 17 South State Street in Preston. It's Preston Auto Parts, CarQuest. Even though Preston with a 1-4 record, the first 3 games they were very much in.
Yes.
The 3 losses, they went 0-3. Of course, they won Game 4 at Jerome, and still offensively were into the game, scoring 44 points last week. But so far tonight, well, it just kind of laid an egg. Got penalty flags coming from all over the place, and Judd is being dropped back at about the 32 as he goes down in the sack.
Yeah, he didn't have time. They had a full out rush on him. They blitzed him coming up the middle, and they had him surrounded in just a matter of seconds.
Personal foul, chop block against the Indians. So that'll move the ball back. 10 seconds on the clock as they'll move the ball back all the way back to the 30-yard line. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Indians, and they'll start the clock, and the clock will just run out on the Indians before they can run a play. 3-2, there's the end of the first half. 2 quarters in the books here in Madison, and it's been all Cats. 35-0 over the Preston Indians as we have reached halftime here at Madison High School. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get into our halftime activities. We'll talk about the first half of tonight's game and more, and look at the stats as well. All on the halftime show, brought to you by our friends at Level 10 Life. The halftime show is coming up right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
KACH.
And you get a look at the Madison band out on the field as they celebrate homecoming here tonight. As this is the halftime show brought to you by the friends at Level 10 Life. When you're looking for a little bit more out of your life and how you can be better, reach to the next level. Well, reach out to Level 10 Life and their life coaching sessions. Find out more at level10lifecoach.com. Well, John, I don't know where to start talking about the first half. As Preston came out, received the opening kickoff and moved the ball well, but couldn't get the ball into the end zone. And then after that, it was all Madison Bobcats.
Right, that first possession, I had some hopes going up. I could hear the excitement even in my voice, change. And then after we dropped down to 14-0, I thought, now we're in trouble. And they just keep running the ball on us. So I'm sitting there going, where's my defense? Where's the defense? What do we got to do?
Well, one thing is for sure, you can tell that they studied the game film from last week, because they have done a lot of the same things that Burley did.
Exactly.
Spread the field, get the linebackers out of the middle of the field, and then run right over the A gap, right up the middle.
Right, and even though we've got some beef there on the front line, they're not big enough, especially when they're spread out, to get a double team, and just opens a big hole right through the middle. And Dredge has been able to just capitalize on that. He's quick. He's got great moves, very agile, and just does a great job as a quarterback making decisions.
This is not a team that looks like they average less than 100 yards rushing per game.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. We thought they'd come out throwing, but they didn't. They're not giving our defense. We're expecting to stay back and hold back and spread out, stop them from throwing that pass all the time, but they're running the ball. Just why change?
If you're the Preston coaching staff, are you trying to fix the offense or trying to address the defensive issues, or you just flip a coin?
Well, I'm not the coach, and I'd hate to speak for him, because he's going to do what he's going to do. But, I think I would tighten up that defensive line, stop the middle, and force them to run to the outside, give our DBs a chance to come up and make the tackle on the outside.
All right, scoring in the first half for the Bobcats. It was just their second play from scrimmage when a handoff was given to Austin Cottrell, and he took it right over the middle, and before he stopped running, he had gone 91 yards for the touchdown, and it was 7-0 after just the Bobcats' second play from scrimmage. A little bit later on in the quarter, on a keeper, it was the quarterback, Ben Drudge, who ran 59 yards, and again, the point after was good, and it was 14-0 after the first quarter of play. In the second quarter, Drudge got into the act again, a 12-yard touchdown run around the left side. The point after was good to make it 21-0. Drudge then threw a 19-yard scoring pass as that went to Javon Bell for the touchdown. And again, another point after, and it was 28-0. And then with the ball down inside the 5-yard line, it was an inside handoff once again as it went to Austin Cottrell. He went 5 yards, and again, the point after was good. And it's 35-0, the Madison Bobcats leading over the Preston Indians at the halftime break.
Yeah, Ben Dredge has only thrown, two passes or 3 passes? That's
not very many. Let's see. We're going to take a good look at the stats coming up. 6, as a matter of fact.
6. Okay, some of them slipped by, but I think he was 3, maybe 3, 2 to 3 for 6.
I have 4 or 6. I have for 84 yards.
Yeah, but their runs have just been overwhelming, and why change what's not broke?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the halftime stats. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
The Preston Lady Indian volleyball team are ready for the matches that really count as they open conference play. Tuesday night, the Pocatello Thunder roll into Preston Gym to open conference play for both teams. We'll have the coverage for you right here, starting with the pregame show at 6:40 on Tuesday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports. Preston sports are brought to you in part by Stokes Marketplace, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, S&T Electric, and Procon Homes.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out. Well, let's look at the stats from the first half of tonight's game. First for the Madison Bobcats. As we were just talking about before the break, Ben Dredge, 4 of 6 for 84 yards in the first half. Dredge also carried the ball 7 times, including one for a 59-yard touchdown run. 7 carries for 137 yards for Dredge in the first half. Porter Curtis carried it once for 4. Austin Cottrell, 4 carries for 106 yards, 91 of those coming on a 91-yard touchdown run. And really the only thing that went wrong for Madison in the first half, 3 penalties for a total of 25 yards in the first half. For the Preston Indians, Owen Judd, 9, 10, 11 of 17 in the first half for only 96 yards, and most of that came on the first drive when he was 7 for 7 for a total of 70 yards. In that first drive, that Preston got down to the 5-yard line, but were unable to get in. Judd carried the ball twice for 3 yards. Carson Winder, 6 carries for a total of 18. As far as catches in the first half, Devin Inglet, 5 catches for 38. Cade Lords, 4 catches for 49. And Carson Winder caught 4 passes for just 13 yards. And Preston had a couple of flags against them for 15 yards in the first half of tonight's game. It's hard to know what to think or even where to go here.
Yeah, can we play better? We've got to. It's got to be able to come out here and play a little bit different, change some things up, give them a different look on defense, and make that. Can we catch the ball better? Judd's got to be able to throw better. Are we going to see a different quarterback in the second half? That I don't know, but, it might not hurt to try Winder back at quarterback.
Well, certainly Winder moved the ball well last week after Judd was ejected from the game. Judd threw 4 touchdown passes in the second half of the game last week against Burley.
Yeah, and Judd's a classy guy, too. He'll be willing to, cheer Winder on if he does come out. But like I say, that's the coach's call. We'll see what happens.
Still about 8 minutes away from the kickoff of the second half. It's homecoming, so they have an extended halftime show here. Still a lot of things coming up next week for the Indians. Let's duck in another timeout. When we come back, we'll tell you what's on tap for the Preston Indians next week and what's on tap, both football and volleyball. We'll talk about that coming up right after this. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here at halftime. The Madison Bobcats leading the Preston Indians 35-0. You know, John, Westside, the Pirates have won 3 straight championships in a row. The last game they lost was in a title game 3.5 years ago, and they lost to Declo in a championship game. They're at halftime at Bear Lake tonight, and Bear Lake leads Westside 20-7.
Oh my goodness, that is a shocker. Now I understand Bear Lake's supposed to be pretty good this year, but I didn't think they were good enough to beat Westside.
So Westside's 35-game winning streak, at least at halftime, seems to be in a little bit of jeopardy. So what's coming up for the Indians? Next week for the football team, they are off. They have a bye week next week and then open up into what Coach Eric Thorson used to call the gauntlet, with the 2 conference games coming up against Century and Pocatello, and then the game to wrap up the season against Snake River.
Snake River, yeah, and that's going to be interesting. The good news about this last 3 games, we get a bye week to work on some of these problems that we're having. But the thing of it is, we only have to travel to Century, which is less than 60 miles away.
Right.
And then we get 2 home games to end the season.
Right.
So our travel time is going to be cut down in the last 3 games. I'm excited about that. But yeah, we'll be glad to get back into the venue of the O.R. Cutler Field, I think.
Yes, we will. And as far as some of the other sports, of course, the Preston Indians volleyball team, who are in action tonight over in Rigby, haven't heard how they did there. But they open up district play next week. They'll be at home on Tuesday night against hosting Pocatello. That match gets started at about 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Then on Thursday, they go to Century to face the Diamondbacks. And again, that will start at 7 o'clock, and we'll have it for you on mylocalradio.com. So couple of big conference games coming up for the volleyball team this next week.
Yeah, and we wish them the best of luck. And they're a bunch of fun, great I can say this, a great bunch of girls.
Yes, they are.
In that team. They're very, very talented. They're capable of winning, and we wish them the best of luck.
Absolutely, we do. This has been the Level 10 Life Halftime Show. Remember, when you looking to reach the next level in life, reach out to their life coaching and their life coaching sessions. Find out more at level10lifecoach.com. Another quick break. Second half coming up right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
KACH
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, the 10-yard touchdown pass and the extra point extends the lead. As it's now Madison 42, Preston nothing. As Preston will get the ball for the first time here in the second half, as the kickoff is going to bound into the end zone and come out to the 20. So 42-0. You know, it's amazing. We went through all those one-sided losses that Preston's had in the last 19 years or so, John, during the pregame show. But this quickly is climbing up that ranking.
Yeah, they're already down 42, and that's, I think the most was 48 or something like that.
This would be tied right now. 42 points would be tied for the second worst loss to the program, dating all the way back to 2009. As the first down play will pick up a couple of yards.
Hand off to Winder, and as he was trying to go left, he was led by Judd, who was going to block in front of him, but he cut up the line and was tackled right up just for about 2-yard gain.
Andrew Walsh on the tackle. That's 7 carries for Winder for only 20 yards. Second down and 8. As again, this time gaining about 3 more on the ground.
It's tough running against this Madison Bobcat team. They
are big.
They're big, and they're very strong and very athletic. They move to the ball very, very quickly.
So Winder gains 3 more. Third down and 4. Out of the shotgun, throws underneath, and it goes right through the hands and incomplete. As trying to get the ball outside.
To Inglet.
Was that Inglet? I thought there was 8, Titan Knapp.
Oh, yep, you're right. It was Titan Knapp.
So the incomplete pass and brings up 4th down. And with this ball this deep in their own territory, they really have no choice here but to kick it away. So Winder drops back into punt formation. For those who weren't with us on the pregame show, the only loss that's bigger than 42 points dating back for the Indians since 2009 happened on September the 14th of 2018, a game that they lost to Century 52-0. It's a fake and fooled absolutely nobody. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and Preston will turn the ball over deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I'm impressed with their DBs and their lines. Their middle linebacker, he followed that play. They weren't fooled at all. They saw him, Winder tuck that ball and just start to run, and they collapsed on him like real quick.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Again, they start deep in Preston territory as they have the ball at the 26. They're going to send 3 receivers out right as the quarterback is not Dredge now. This is Hayden Sorensen in the handoff. Goes to Cottrell. He'll pick up about 4 yards on the play. As they'll bring the play back in.
Yeah, Caden Latham was able to pull up and grab him, and for that tackle, nice play by him defensively.
Second down and 6. Left-hander wants to throw down the middle. He's got a man there, and it's caught for the touchdown.
What a beautiful catch that was. You know, I still will applaud a good play. And that ball was thrown right over the top. Nice spiral. He bobbled it just off his fingers, but kept running right under the ball and brought it in for the touchdown. Nice catch.
So Sorensen delivers on a 10-yard touchdown throw. That makes it 48-0. As again, Braden Stoddard out to try the extra point. He's going to wear out his leg. As the kick is up and it is good. Makes it 49-0. 7:07 remaining here in quarter number 3. As we'll again take a timeout and come back right after this.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH.
No, Judd is. You can just watch his body language. He's definitely tired out there. But he's been playing both ways too, both defense and offense, and it's mentally straining and physically straining on a quarterback that's doing both sides.
3rd down and 6 for the Indians. Trying to break the shutout and get off the schneid here. They'll go under center this time. Fake handoff, wants to roll left, throw it outside, and it's incomplete as the ball a little behind Trace Stone. He wasn't able to bring it in and bring up 4th down.
Well, he had a lot of pressure on him. He had a blitzing linebacker that came up and was right on his head. And Judd's saying, "Hey, I gotta have somebody go in for me." So Judd's gonna walk off. Nice effort by Carson.
They're actually going to line up for a field goal here. They try to get on the board. Parker Cromwell comes out, and he'll try a 30-yard field goal from right in the middle. Snap, spot by Winder. The kick is up, and it is good. And Preston gets on the board. 30-yard field goal.
Well, that'll look a little better than the goose egg, so we're glad to have that 3 points. Nice kick by Parker.
Oops. Now hold on, I've got a penalty marker on the field. So hold on before we go running off here. As if
roughing the kicker?
If it's a roughing call, nope. As it'll be a illegal participation penalty. Preston with too many men on the field. So take the 3 points off the scoreboard, move the ball back 10 yards.
And I think this is out of Parker's range. They're going to have to go for the touchdown.
No, they got it. He's still out there. And now the officials want to get together as the ball is spotted at the 31. They're going to go for the kick. They're going to spot it. I'm sorry. The kick will come from the 34. So this is going to be a 44-yard attempt. And bad snap, bobbled by Winder. Now he's got to try to run for his life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different red jerseys trying to chase him down. And again, the Indians will turn the ball over on downs after the botched field goal attempts.
That looked like me and having my grandkids coming after the money that I promised.
Oh, let's see. An update out of Bear Lake tonight. Westside scored in the third quarter. It's now 20-14. So Westside gets a little closer. It's a 6-point game.
Come on, Pirates. You can do it.
Well, 1st and 10, Bobcats. Minute and a half to play here in quarter number 3. Score remains 49-0. They still have the 3 points on the board. That is wrong, as the handoff will go straight ahead. As the handoff comes to Curtis, straight ahead for 5 yards.
Jackson Merrill on the stop there was able to stop him from getting good yardage.
Now they finally get the score back to where it should be at 49-0 on the board. Again, we apologize for the board. That video board is it's lights, so it just explodes into the camera. But we'll try to keep you updated the best we can on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Snap, little tall, but able to pull it back down and now trying to run with it. And dives across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That was a high snap, and he looked like he was holding it up for a Statue of Liberty play, but pulled it down, faked the handoff, and tried to keep it.
That was Jeff Summers in to play quarterback now. Gains 1 on the play. 3rd down and 4. running down inside a minute, back down to about 40. That pole's right in the way. Is that down inside? They're not going to snap the ball, so they're going to let it run out. Yes, indeed. So that's the end of the third quarter as the Madison Bobcats add another 14 points to their total, and done with 3. It's Madison 49, Preston nothing. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll go to the fourth coming up right after this.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
The Preston Lady Indian volleyball team are ready for the matches that really count as they open conference play. Tuesday night, the Pocatello Thunder roll into Preston Gym to open conference play for both teams. We'll have the coverage for you right here, starting with the pregame show at 6:40 on Tuesday night on FM. Sorry to interrupt things, but the referee's in a hurry to get out of here as the run on third down is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up fourth down and about 4 here for the Madison Bobcats as we start quarter number 4. Fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Papa J's. Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. If you'd like to order some of their famous smoked hickory jerky, you can do it online at papajays.com. That's papajays.com.
I'd like to mention here, Madison has their second string in there. They're not moving the ball as well. Ben Dredge is out, and so yeah, it's a definitely different offense right now.
Summers wants to throw underneath. It's complete. Good for the first down. Across the 50 up to the 45-yard line, as that'll be good for a gain of 9. And they'll move the chains again as the pass complete. Underneath goes to Javon Bell, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to pronounce that. My apologies to the Bell Marching and Chowder Society.
I keep pronouncing Devon, his name, same way.
They go 4 wides, 2 to each side, single setback. As the inside handoff across the 40 to the 39. That'll be good for 5 more yards. As again, getting off the bottom of the pile is 22, Porter Curtis.
Linhart tried to reach out and strip that ball from the carrier as he went through the line, but unsuccessful. Good grip by their running back.
So Madison satisfied just keeping the ball on the ground and letting the clock run as a lot of the Madison faithful headed for the parking lot.
Or the street.
Or the street, yeah, I was about to say that. As another handoff straight ahead. Gets up to about the 38, so that's a gain of about 2 more.
Yeah, there's not very many Preston on the other side either. We might have 25, 30 people over there, but kind of a slow night for the Indians.
Third down and 4 coming up here for the Bobcats. Jeff Summers, the junior at quarterback. Doesn't get a lot of playing time. Hands it off as again, it's Curtis straight ahead. Gets near the first down, and we're going to get a penalty flag down thrown by the back judge.
I think that's going to be on Winder.
As
it's going to be on Winder.
See what they're going to call. Winder kind of wrestled the guy to the ground and picked him up, and I wouldn't exactly say threw him down, but you still can't pick him up and drop him like that. As they still discuss, they keep pointing back over toward the Bobcats, however. That ball, Unsportsmanlike against the Indians. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against them. Penalties offset.
The bad part about that is they put the ball back at the line of scrimmage, but it's a free down. It's like nothing happened, you know?
Right. So it's still third down and about 3. As they'll put 2 receivers to each side for Summers. Curtis, the alone setback with him, as he wants to look across the middle, and his block, it's knocked down. Yeah. As coming across was Bracken Ward, 57, to knock the ball down.
Yeah, he got his hands up where he's supposed to be. That's what when you're rushing the quarterback, that's what you need to do. As soon as he cocks that arm back, you get that hand up, maybe have a chance to knock the ball down. Good job by Ward.
So here's 4th down and 3 coming up. And out of field goal range, they'll just see what they can do offensively here, as they'll put 3 receivers left here for Summers. Man in motion left. Wants to throw underneath. It comes to Curtis. Curtis sidesteps a couple of men, gets up to the 30. Good enough for first down yardage and remove the chains again.
Yeah, we had a chance for Winder to blitz off that left side. He had a wide open towards the quarterback, but he got rid of it quick on a swing pass, and he was able to go up the sideline for about 8 yards.
And another first down here for the Bobcats. As again, they'll line up twins to each side as we go under 6 minutes remaining here in the game. 49-0, Bobcats lead. Here comes the blitz, and they hit him just as he releases it. And able to get the pass away, but coming in hard on the blitz, as it was Carson Bracken, do it with the pretty good pop there on Summers just as he released it, and it's incomplete.
Welcome to the quarterback world.
Yep. Running clock here in the 4th quarter, trailing by 49 for the Indians. As this time running it straight ahead is number 4, Hazen Torgensen, the sophomore. As he'll get about 4 yards on the play, but it's still going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Bye week next week for the Indians, and they could use it. 2 weeks from tonight, they'll head to Century to take on the Diamondbacks in the first game of district play here for this year. Straight ahead. Run gets down to about the 20-yard line. Then probably just short. Well, it depends on where they mark it. Nope, they're going to give it to him. So it would be a 6-yard gain as, I believe it was Cottrell again, 26.
Yeah, good run by him. Preston is just not able to collapse on that runner as quick as they'd like to. They're just pushing our defensive line back, but they're tired. They've been out there quite a while.
Yeah, they've been out there all night. If they're not breaking off big plays, they're keeping the ball on the ground and very much a ground control offense. As again, here comes Torgerson straight ahead, gets to the 15, and a big scrum of people push forward. And it's going to be a gain of 7 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 3. Excuse us while we adjust the camera here around the window post.
I want to give you as much action as we can.
As we run down under 5 minutes to play with the running clock here in the 4th quarter, 49-0. Bobcats leading and threatening for more. Torgerson looking, throws back across the middle behind his intended receiver, and it's incomplete as he tried to get the ball underneath to, I believe, that Jace Taylor, the intended receiver, 82.
And Kerry Swainston had a great defensive play on that as he reached around and knocked the ball down from the intended receiver.
Well, Preston was shut out the opening game of the year against Lakeland, and they're about 3.5 minutes away from getting shut out again. Again, Torgerson straight ahead, has the first down, still on his feet, gets down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Yep, that'll be first and goal from the 9-yard line, or 8, looks like.
First down. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to play. First and goal as they spot the ball at the 7.
I think Torgerson's going to keep this one again, too.
High snap as runs back outside to the contain, running for the corner, and he is in. Touchdown. Torgerson runs 7 yards for the touchdown.
Give me the game ball, Coach. I did good.
So Torgerson's 7-yard TD run makes it 55-0. Brayson Stoddard back out to kick another extra point. Well, I tell you what, the line for the hot tub is going to start behind Stoddard so he can rest his hip.
Right.
After kicking all these extra points, as is up again, and it is good to make it 56-0.
8 for 8. Great night for him.
So 56-0. We'll take a timeout. Back right after this.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
.244 to play here in the fourth. Is 56-0. The Cats are leading. It's been all Cats since about 5 minutes gone in the first quarter. As they'll kick it away again. High and deep as it's going to come down on the far side. Whoops, had it, dropped it. Now he's got to go chase it, and it goes out of bounds. As if anything goes from bad to worse, it's the fact that Preston just had lost that kick and had it roll out of bounds.
Yeah, and the thing of it is it was touched, so it wasn't kicked directly out of bounds. So where it went out of bounds is where it'll be where the line of scrimmage will be.
Stone just didn't catch it. It hit off his shoulder pads and bounced out of bounds.
Right.
If there's a silver lining to this, it's that we're just a couple of minutes short of 9 p.m. here in Rexburg, where last week we were just barely going to halftime.
Yeah. This is interesting. Well, the Cats won't be licking their paws tonight. It's the Indians that'll be trying to wash their hands.
As under 2 minutes to play, 1:50 left on the clock. 56-0. As they're going to air it out and throw it up the sideline, and it's going to go incomplete. As they tried to get it out to Lords, but again was jammed at trying to get away from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that they're being jammed at the line, slowing them down. They've done that to Cade probably 8 times tonight that I can think of. You know, they're just jamming him right off the line, hitting him before he goes that 5 yards.
Second down and 10. Trips right. Looking left, throwing left. Now throwing almost down the middle, and this time Winder just couldn't hang on to it, just dropped it. Pass incomplete with 1:05 to play.
Yeah, what is it, third down?
Yes.
2 plays to run out the clock, basically.
Third down and 10.
Because it's not going to stop, so.
No. Down inside a minute to go now, so. They'll empty the backfield, put 5 receivers into the pattern. Trips right, twins left for as he runs forward, tries to get it out. There's a man, and it's complete. Nope, he dropped it. As again, it's Stone after dropping the kickoff, and drops this one where he's wide open, nobody within about 15 feet of him, and he dropped the ball.
Yeah, I think he was running before he caught the ball completely. Says, I see nothing but pay dirt and no check.
We're down under 10 seconds. Preston doesn't have to snap the ball, and they're not going to get the play off anyway. That's it. We're done. Oh, they snapped the ball. They get the play off. Final play of the game, and it is
incomplete or intercepted.
Intercepted by the Bobcats, and that's just the way the Indians' night has gone. As last week they lose to Burley, and tonight they end up giving up 56 points, and it's their biggest lopsided loss dating back to 2009 as they lose 56-0 here. We'll have more on that and the rest of the postgame information for you coming up as the final score. Burley 56, Preston nothing. Stay tuned for the Rouse Construction postgame show coming up next. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Rouse Construction postgame show coming up next. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Well, welcome back here to Madison as the Madison Bobcats really poured it on. Poured it on is a bad choice of words. Really laid one on the Preston Indians tonight.
Yeah,
losing by the score of 56-0.
Yeah, we had no answer for their defense or their offense tonight. We were just, after the first half, I could see the body language on the Indians. They were down on themselves. They lost all hope right after the first half.
Yeah, it was, like I said, Preston took the opening kickoff. They drove down the field. They turned the ball over on downs with the ball at the Madison 5-yard line. And then 2 plays in from scrimmage, the tailback for the Madison Bobcats, Austin Cottrell, went 91 yards, and really it was Katie bar the door after that because the Preston defense really had really no answer.
Yeah, we haven't been able to answer anything all night.
Right,
seriously.
It's been that way for the last 8 quarters.
Yeah, even our offense sputtered the whole night. We had a couple of short drives, one in the first quarter, one in the fourth quarter that looked promising, and we still come away with the goose egg. So, yeah, it was one of those nights where you say, we could have improved ourselves, made us look a little more respectable, but it actually went the other way.
They had a chance to break the shutout with a 30-yard field goal, but that was it was actually good, but they took the points off the board because Preston had too many men on the field.
Right, and I don't know. That's just telling me that the players weren't all on the same page,
They just mentally weren't into the game there in the fourth quarter.
Right.
They were mentally gone by that point.
Yeah, that's a tough loss to take, and it's going to be a long bus ride home. It's a long ride home for us too, because we had high hopes really for the Indians to come back and looking good today, and we just didn't quite get there.
So, for what Eric Thorson would call the beginning of the gauntlet, the last 4 weeks. Normally, this game would have been played against Blackfoot, but instead this year it's played against Madison, and the gauntlet fell on top of the Indians as they lose 56-0.
Right, and Madison is a 5A team,
and they're good.
They're good. We have probably one of the toughest schedules I've seen Preston have in quite a while. Mm-hmm. Every team we've played has been either on the top of their division or doing really well, with great offense and defenses.
So 56-0 the final. Where does that rank in the scheme of things? Well, we'll tell more about it when we come back after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back here as the Indians lose by 56 tonight. We mentioned it just going into the commercial break that at the end of our play-by-play portion of the broadcast, that this 56-point loss is the most lopsided loss against the Indians dating back to the 2009 season. Previous to this was a 52-0 loss against Century, but tonight Preston gets shut out 56-0 as, you know, not only have they given up a lot of points, but they're just not scoring the last couple of games.
You know, I really don't have a whole lot of words to say. It's just one of those things where, you know, it's like trying to get in your car and it won't start, and no matter what you do, it's not going to go. And tonight was one of those things for the Indians. You know, you love your car, you love your Indians, but you just didn't get going tonight. We just couldn't get it going.
Well, we'll take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap up this broadcast, and we'll tell you what's coming up for the Indians. We'll do that as we continue right after this. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here to the halftime show, or I should say the post-game show. Just feels like halftime as compared to last week as the Indians lose tonight. Coming up next week for the Preston football team, they will be off, and it couldn't come at a better time. They'll return to the field 2 weeks from tonight, October 7th, when they'll head down to Century to open conference play against the Diamondbacks. Our coverage that night will begin again at 6:30. We'll have the game for you starting at 7. Our next broadcast comes up on Tuesday night when the Lady Indians volleyball team will open conference play when they host the Pocatello Thunder at Preston Gym. Again, our coverage will start at about 6:30. The first serve of the match should be right around 7 o'clock. And again, all the action right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. So that's going to wrap everything up from here tonight in Madison. But before we go, John, you got any final thoughts?
Nope, let's just kind of keep a positive attitude. Let's lift these boys up. Let's give them some confidence so that they can come to practice and put this out of their mind and go forward.
The executive director of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight was John Beverly, and our stage manager here in Rexburg was Ernest Dixon. For John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening and watching this evening as we remind you of the final score as the Indians lose by the final score of 56-0. Until next time, from here in Rexburg, have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.